would like to cover is the Moxie bobbin winder. So this is the unit. It plugs into the mains. There isn't an on-off switch, so if you're not using it, you might want to turn it off at the plug. We can use cones on here. There's a cone holder, and some of the bigger cones would fit very easily on here. Make sure that the cone holder is set up so that it goes directly up from the cone up to here, and there's a screw in on the base. Make sure that's nice and tight. The unit has a cutoff, like an auto cutoff, which is light dependent. So if you're running this in like a conservatory or on a windowsill, you might find it doesn't cut off. So recommend you don't do it on a windowsill. This is the tension assembly, and it's similar to the one that you get on most sewing machines, and certainly on our machines, but it's set in vertically. You can adjust the way that the wind is on your bobbin with this little top section here that moves this down or up. So if you're getting coning when we first try this out, and you find that it's coning towards the bottom or the top, you need to increase this or decrease it to adjust where that tension assembly sits. It's also got a little thread cutter here, so you can pull the thread up and along when you're finished. And as I say, the auto shut off. So for that, we can use a Phillips screwdriver, and we can adjust where this gets shut off. So the bobbin, our normal M-size bobbins fit on here. I believe, I'm not 100% certain, but I believe that you might be able to put domestic bobbins on. You haven't tried it. These ones, these aluminium ones, these are 3 different versions of the ones we get on our machines, and I've tested it out on this one. I'm really happy with the wind. What we're looking for is a wind that is not spongy. The important thing about bobbins and bobbin cases is they're for the foundation of all of our stitching. So if we mess up the wind in our bobbin, then actually our stitches aren't going to stitch very well either. So it's really important to make sure that this element of your bobbin winding goes well. And if it doesn't, you can rewind from a bobbin like this, put a plastic cap at the back here, and just have it come up and use it like you would the cone, and rewind it onto a fresh bobbin. So if I put this one on, I'm going to use this thread here, which is a glide thread, Cleopatra. So you put it through there. Now at the back of the bobbin winder, if I just show you the rear here, there's a little hole. So we need to thread the thread through there first. And if I set that up like this, you should hopefully be able to see it like that. And around. And make sure it goes in the tension spring, like we do with our machines. Okay, so I can turn that back now, so you can see it from where you are. You can either put this bit through the little cut in the bobbin, like that, and wind it on 4, 5, 6 turns, something like that, and have it coming from the side nearest to where you would be normally standing. Just tighten that, take up the slack, and then you can press start, and it goes off like the clappers. If I press this again from this side, you can see that. So I'm just going to trim this bit that's sticking out here. And how's that looking? That's looking pretty good. Just check that it's not spongy. So press stop. Yep, that feels fine. So if I was concerned about it winding too much at the top or too much at the bottom, as I said, you'd adjust this and it goes up or down accordingly. Now what I want to do is make sure that I don't get this wind too much. So if there's a green light on here, when I press start, if I move this in that direction and press start, it won't start now. So I adjust it until I'm happy that it's going to auto shut off exactly at the point that I want it. I don't want it much fuller than that. That's fine. There we go. So now I can press, once I've pressed start and I've got to the right point, that's as full as I would want it. Perhaps a little bit less than that, but that's how you adjust it. And then to cut it, there's a little blade on the inside of this, and there's your bobbin.